Hey, welcome, fellow educators. Just wanted to take the time to talk a little bit more about Google Slides and Nearpod and putting them together when it comes to the Amplify curriculum that I've been using. Also, just talking about Google Slides in general, I know some people had made mention after watching the first video that we did not have a gold membership. You're just in silver. So what I did was I set up a real quick account and made sure that it was on their silver status here. So you can see that if I looked at my account, of course I would have to upgrade, but I can manage my Nearpod account, and you can see right now I'm just a silver user. Of course, I don't think that I have as much memory as being a silver user as a gold, but yeah, so if you guys have the silver account, this is kind of what you could do. It's a little bit more not user-friendly, but again, if it was easier to use, then they wouldn't be able to get any money from us, would they? Being able to upload that. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about it. So I've done a couple practice ones here just so that I know what's going on. And so if I want to create using the Google Slides, I would just click on create, and you see where it says Google Slides right here. Well, if you click that, that's where it tells you got to upgrade to gold. You can get it 30 days for free just in your own private account, but you also have the free upload version, which is what we're going to do with the free account. You just upload it. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click create, click lessons, and then once I'm here in the lessons, I'm going to upload it. For me, the easiest thing to do was just the drag and drop option down here when you click upload files, because then you can go to your Google Drive. It'll let you possibly log in, or if not, it'll pop up here, and then it has these that I've already downloaded. So I can just click on those, and then once I click on the one that I want, I can download it and put that on there. So this little screen is, of course, in the way. So yeah, I can select that one, and then it's going to go in there. Now, I want to put these in as individual slides, so that way they come out in exactly what it would look like if they were already in the Google Slides format. So I would click that. Now, I've already done this because one thing to warn you about, it takes maybe 2 to 3 minutes for them to all load, depending on how many slides that you're uploading. And that's one thing that's a little drawback from the free account as opposed to the upgraded gold account. You're just there, you click save, and I felt like it was much quicker to transfer those overs. But yeah, so I've already done that to save on time so you guys could see. So I'm just going to go to that Nearpod lesson. And once it's up there, you'll be able to see. And so let's say I want to edit this lesson. So yeah, so here it is. This is what it's going to look like when it loads. It's funny down here at the bottom right. It'll even say like, take a brain break, because we're still trying to fix and load all your slides and stuff while you're waiting that 2 to 3 minutes for them to open. But all the slides are going to be here, and they're all going to be in order. Some things that are going to be a little bit different. So let's say, for example, a lot of times I would just, in Google Slides, I'd click on the slide, and I could just go ahead and start editing it. It's going to be a little bit harder to edit these slides in this format. They're kind of just there. And I can convert the slide to a drawlet if I wanted to, and it's just going to put that in there. I can delete the slide or copy the slide. But let's say, for example, normally if I wanted to change this into a fill in the blank or an open response, which is one thing I didn't talk about in the other things that I like, instead of doing the collaborative board, sometimes I'll do the open-ended question, which still allows students to type, gives them a little bit more time to type in their answers, and then I can just kind of see what it is that they're writing without everyone in the classroom seeing it. So if I wanted to do that, I would just click Add Slide. This is, of course, the content slides, but your activity slides are the things that kids are going to be doing. And so I would say open-ended question. Once I got the open-ended question, I could then, since I already had the slide up, I can just copy and paste it into my Nearpod so I have it there. And that way I can add a timer so that way they know how much time that they have to be able to do that. I could add pictures if I wanted to as well. Again, the pictures like that, what's in here, the rock sample 1, rock sample 2, I can save those and put those in if I wanted to. And then so that way they'd have the same picture as they're trying to write this out. And also cool for the younger kids, or if you're trying to make modifications, you can enable students to record their answers or record their responses so that they can just verbally tell you what their answer is. So I think that's a cool little feature as well. So when I'm done, I'm just going to hit save. Now, if I was in Google Slides, it would immediately go right where I needed it to in that lesson. In this format, though, it's going to go all the way down to the very, very bottom, And so then I have to click it and I have to then drag it up to where I want it. So then I would need to click and move it up to that location so I have it in the right spot, so it goes in the right order. So yeah, so that's kind of the format of how to do this if you're doing it in Google Slides. I wanted to also share some other fun things that I do. So with the Amplify curriculum, as I'm going to the program hub, I did forget to share this, but I've done this. I have a few ESL students in my room, and one of them doesn't speak any English at all. So I enjoy that if I go to fourth grade, that everything for my Earth's features is in Spanish. So I could download this lesson number 6, in Spanish slides, and I could assign and create this student's own slides that are just completely in Spanish. So that way they can still follow along, but it's all in their native language. And I've done that before for, like I said, that current student that I have, given them some ESL enrichment and support. So cool stuff there with that. So let's go back to Nearpod here. And when I'm done, of course, I would just click save and exit. Some of the other things that I did, just to look at it from this perspective, if I wanted to, for example, turn this into a draw it, once I click on it, I can just click convert to draw it. Of course, I'll keep the original slide and it'll just put this one right next to it. And in this situation, it does put it in the right spot. So the draw, they go right here, but any additional add slide that you add is going to go to the very end. Someone else had also asked about like the assignments, and can you make the assignments available in here? You can drag and drop PDFs. And so again, Amplify has the PDF, class assignments. And so let's say, for example, I wanted to go back and I wanted to upload the PDF. So I'm going to go to Google. If I downloaded that already and stuff from Amplify, then I can just click on the PDF and put that in to that. And so you'll notice when I click on my Google Drive, like I was just doing, that the PDFs don't come up through here. Instead, what I did was I just downloaded that PDF onto my drive here. And so then I just clicked and then put that PDF in that way. I want to do individual slides, especially since I've previewed this PDF already, and there's 3 different things for students to do. So if I click individual slides, then it'll load up, and then you can see this is what it says when you're first doing it. File processing, sit back, relax. We'll let you know your file will be ready shortly, and then you can continue to work on and edit these while those other ones are loaded. But yeah, there they are. So of course it's loaded now. And let's say, for example, I wanted students to do this activity with me in the Nearpod, then I could convert this into a Draw It. One of the Draw It features besides a marker is using text and typing in text. So for this specific activity, they could type in those answers. These are open-ended responses students are going to be typing. So I could, in this assignment, make this into that open-ended response like I had done up here for this open-ended question. So I could create and do that for this one. But again, you don't have to. A lot of times what I'm going to do in this situation is put these into their Google Classroom and just have them type in work in it from that perspective. And that would be at the end of my lesson. We would then go and we would have them work. And so that's what it looks like from this perspective, still uploading. One more thing, again, time to climb. So if I wanted to do a time to climb, just go to activities, do that time to climb. And then same situation, I would still do all of my questions, everything, just like I showed you in the previous video. The only difference is it's going to, again, go at the very end of the lesson. So keep that in mind. And that way you can put that and drag that wherever you need to after you've created that. So yeah, hopefully this helped as we are continuing to work together to try to figure out some possible solutions as we run across some problems, this time free account versus the gold account. So hopefully this helped and made it a little bit more easier to see, to work on and play around with. So again, if I'm done, I just hit save and exit, and then it's going to come right back to here. It's saving, and then just like before with my lesson, I can now do live participation, student paste, all of that good stuff, and then send it to students. So hopefully this helped and kind of cleared up some things if you were wanting to know how to do it with the free version. Good luck out there, educators.